Hi all, welcome back to my kitchen. In this week's video, I'm showing you the low effort but high flavor meals I made for my family. I'm also going to be doing something a little different from all of my previous videos. As a believer in Jesus Christ, I have been feeling the conviction to not only get in the Word more, but to share the Word with others. Whether you're a returning subscriber or new to my channel, I really hope that you stick around for the rest of this video and for the videos to come as I share how I'm keeping my family, but most importantly, my soul nourished. For our first meal, we are making a creamy chicken and gnocchi in the crock pot. And basically for this recipe, we're just adding everything to the crock pot and we're gonna let it cook until there's about 30 minutes left when we'll add the gnocchi and the spinach. But be sure to check my description box for the exact recipe. If you're still watching, I'm so glad that you're here. As a busy mom, I have often found so many excuses for not reading my Bible. I find myself prioritizing my to-do list more than learning about who my Savior is. So to help me shut down those excuses and hopefully help you too, I wanted to start a series where I'll read through the book of Proverbs as I display the recipes that I'm making throughout the video. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm not here to preach at you. I just want to share the words that are inspired by God and let Him do the work in our hearts. So grab a cup of coffee, fold some laundry, or just sit back and listen as we get into His Word. Proverbs chapter 1, the beginning of knowledge. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to understand words of insight, to receive instruction in wise dealing, in righteousness, justice, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. Let the wise hear and increase in learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance to understand a proverb and a saying. The words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching. For they are a graceful garland for your head, and pendants for your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, "Come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without reason. Like Sheol, let us swallow them alive and whole, like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all precious goods, and we shall fill our houses with plunder. Throw in your lot among us. We will all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Hold back your foot from their paths, for their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. For in vain is a net spread in the sight of any bird. But these men lie in wait for their own blood. They set an ambush for their own lives. Such are the ways of everyone who is greedy for unjust gain. It takes away the life of its possessors. Wisdom cries aloud in the street. In the markets she raises her voice. At the head of the noisy streets she cries out. At the entrance of the city gates she speaks. How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing and fools hate knowledge? If you turn at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you. I will make my words known to you. Because I have called and you refuse to listen. I have stretched out my hand and no one has heeded. Because you have ignored all my counsel and would have none of my reproof, I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when terror strikes you. When terror strikes you like a storm and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then they will call upon me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but will not find me. Because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, would have none of the counsel and despise all of my reproof. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their way and have their fill of their own devices. For the simple are killed by their turning away, and the complacency of fools destroys them. But whoever listens to me will dwell secure and will be at ease without dread of disaster. that concludes chapter 1. Before heading into the next chapter, I just want to let you know what I'm doing here. I got my mashed potatoes going in my crock pot simply by peeling them and cutting them up into 1-inch cubes and then covering them with some salt and some chicken stock. And those will just kind of cook all day in the crock pot until they're soft and tender. And I'm prepping my corned beef here. It does happen to be St. Patrick's Day when I filmed this. And I'm just going to cover this with water and cook it in my oven for about 2.5 to 3 hours at 300 degrees while covered. Now let's get back to our reading. Chapter 2. My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding, yes, if you call out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield for those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice, and watching over the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you, understanding will guard you, delivering you from the way of evil, from men of a perverted speech, who forsake the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perverseness of evil, men whose paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways. So you will be delivered from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress, that with her smooth words, who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house sinks down to death, and her paths to the departed. None who go to her come back, nor do they regain the paths of life. So you will walk in the way of the good and keep to the paths of the righteous. For the upright will inhabit the land, and those with integrity will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous will be rooted out of it. And that wraps up our 2 chapters for today. Now for dinner here, I am making a crockpot chicken marsala where I'm just adding butterfly chicken to the crockpot, and I'll season it with some salt, pepper, garlic, some sliced mushrooms, and then topping it off with some marsala wine. I'm going to cook this on high for 2.5 hours until that chicken reaches 165 degrees internal temperature. At that point, I'm going to add some chicken stock and some egg noodles to fully cook before plating it up. And that does wrap up this week's video of super easy meals that were packed full of flavor. I hope you were inspired by the recipes. They will be in the description box below. And I also hope you were able to get something from today's Bible readings. Be sure to stay tuned for my next videos where we'll go through the next few chapters of Proverbs. And I'd love to hear in the comments below what you're making for your family. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.